What's up guys, it's Drac, and this is the latest pump action springer from Nerf. This is the Modulus Mediator, and now that I've got one in my hands, in my workshop, ripped and ready to go, let's dissect it. Mod guide time, go! Okay guys, so these are the internals for the Mediator, and you can see that there's a lot going on here. So we're gonna start breaking it down by pulling pieces out. This is obviously our trigger. This is our slam fire mechanism, which seems to be pretty hard lined in there. This is the new style of rail attachment, and it no longer has a spring, which is really nice. It's harder for it to fly away. It cannot spread its wings. Ooh, that's interesting. So we have a new style of catch. This is very efficient in how it's going to interact with the slam fire mechanism, so that's pretty cool. And this is a little unfortunate actually, but it would appear that the priming bar is just a big piece of injection molded ABS. That means no metal. No metal is actually not great for our purposes, unfortunately. So I'm looking for some of our locks, and I just found one. So let's go ahead and tease that out. And then this spring is actually part of the slam fire mechanism. It's very important, so we can't get rid of that. Bolt sled is pinned into place. The entire bolt is at a funky angle and a much more compact bolt sled than what I am necessarily used to. Now, this piece is of interest to me because I don't know what it's for. I guess when you prime back, it gets flipped forward like this, and then ding. I don't understand. I don't understand what the point of it is. Maybe it's designed to be kind of a latch of sorts, so that when you're all the way primed back, it can't slide forward. This is very strange. I don't know what this does, and I don't like it, so I'm going to get rid of it. If it winds up being really important, I will tell you guys later why it was really important. I think I have a modicum of understanding as to what the purpose of this is, but I don't think that it's necessary, and I think that it could be one of the things that gums up my works sometimes. So I'm going to remove just the essential bits. I'm actually going to leave the screws in the shell in case I decide that I have to replace this. But this is a small extension spring, not a compression spring, also known as a, not also known as, never mind. But these are really long screws. So we'll get this back into place, and hopefully this was not essential. Again, this is a large part of old school modding, is taking things out, figuring out if they're mission critical, and then replacing them. So the only thing that I could possibly imagine putting in this at this point is a Nerf Turf spring. Nerf Turf springs are made by an Australian company. They tend to hit really hard, and they seriously upgrade the performance of these Elite blasters. I do not like removing the AR from the modern Elite blasters, particularly the clip-fed ones, but I will 100% be upgrading this spring. It seems to be standard sized, so let's find something that'll really take the kilograms up on this. So this is actually really sad because this might be one of my last packages from the Land Down Under, but while they might be having some slight logistical problems right now, I sincerely hope that they keep rocking and rolling, because these are some of the best aftermarket springs for the Nerf hobby, and this is directly from Australia, so you know it's going to be good. It smells like kangaroos and high kilograms. So let's take a look. There are a few catch springs in here. I'm desperately going to need one of those with the kind of upgraded power that we're putting in here. And some of these are serious. Oh wow, this is a 12 kilogram spring. I legitimately don't think that I can use this. in this blaster. I don't think that the plastic bolt sled can handle that. Then we've got this. This is a 9 kilo. And these are pretty ridiculous. This is an 18 and a 20. This is the kind of stuff that I would put in like my next X-Zeus build, like something with a metal bolt sled. These are the real deal. Complete with flattened ends here. Wow, these are really nice. I'm going to go find some of my older turf springs because I definitely need something closer to that 8 to 9. The 12.8 is almost experimentally hardcore, and we could never put it in something so new like this. We need more data. Oh, Nerfers, forgive me. So the 12.8 is too experimental, but the next lowest thing that I could find from Australia land was this. This is from an older package, but this is the 12 kilogram Pro Spring, so we're not even dialing it back hardly at all, but power at a price. So let's go ahead and remove this puny stock catch. Are we gonna have to shave this down? We are. We're gonna have to shave down the catch a light amount here. Ooh. Take it from the back. Slowly but surely. And there we have it. Wow, that is tough. So let's thread this on and we should be good to go from there. I mean, we've said all of our Hail Hasbros and we're ready to reassemble. So in that spirit, let's set forth. Hopefully this does not explode on us. Found one last sneaky lock. Was wondering where this bolt lock was going to be. In theory, this piece would have been to make it easier to deprime the blaster, but I think that it's just another thing for our primary system to hang up on, so I'm removing it as well. I do want flat plastic here for things to run along, so I am not completely removing it, just the mechanism. Now you will note that there is no longer a button here. I accept these terms and conditions. Alrighty, well, as is tradition, nothing should work the first time we put it together, but that won't stop us from testing it because we have to. So, oh, that's a lot of power. Oh, we did it. Okay, so it's going to be very difficult to prime, but it did in fact prime, which means where are we at? Oh yeah, let's button it up. Alrighty guys, so here's our fully modified Mediator. Not so easy to prime, actually, just very, stiff there because it is rocking all of that Aussie spec power. Now I am making sure that we can chamber properly from this drum. It was giving me trouble with older magazines, but no longer, so that is excellent. Performance out of this should be decent. This is a do-re-mi mag, which is to say that it has a variety of different flavors of dart in it. I couldn't tell you what they all are, but these should be relatively inconsistent in the shooting. And then I have a 6 clip with 6 AccuFakes loaded up, as that is my favorite dart to use right now, but we'll try this. Oh boy, I actually really like the 18 drum in the Mediator. I think it's just compact enough and rolls up. Like, it suits the same purpose that it did in the original Alpha Trooper, which is to say it is an efficient way to store a reasonable amount of ammo. So these are definitely hitting harder. Like, we have improved the performance. We might not have improved the accuracy. Interestingly enough, the Mediator does have built-in iron sights. But Drac, they're not iron sights. They're made of plastic. Well, they're plastic sights. You know what I meant. There we go, finally. So now that we've done that, let's take a couple of distance shots. And we are certainly getting like those 70-foot shots. Flat, angled. Angled is like 80, 85. Not quite as far as I wanted it to be, but again, I think that there's an amount of balancing to be done here. It's so much easier to prime once you're like on a roll with it and moving through the magazine fluidly. So I am going to test slam fire really quick. It is way less efficient to slam fire now that it's got so much more power in it, but that is pulling down the trigger and pushing forward. And indeed, we have not impacted our ability to slam fire. So that is excellent news. Firing at our blaster board's target here. Really appreciate them sending these over earlier this year because they're really great for all sorts of stuff. Not just fort building for YouTube gimmicks, but actually for testing the inherent accuracy of things at ranges. Like, that's a pretty good sized hitbox. So we went ahead and hit this one. Let's move on over and try this one more time. And we got pretty close, but no cigar, unfortunately. So that is my modification guide for the Mediator, a serious power increase in both FPS and ranged performance. Again, the springs that I use come all the way from Australia. They do have a United States distributor. I think that they have a distributor in the UK as well. Solid springs from Australian Nerf Turf. I am a big believer in their products and will continue to shout them out anytime I utilize them. But this Mediator is ready for some serious business now. Very happy with its overall performance and highly recommend modifying it in a similar way. All of the locks that I did take out, I actually and infactually took out. So you should be safe doing everything but removing that slam fire mechanism, as it is an essential feature for slam firing, which a lot of people enjoy. I'm not even sure how practical slam firing is when you have 12 kilograms of force in your compact pump action primary, but it's a feature worth keeping in my opinion, either way. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully this mod guide helps you out. If you'd like to pick up a Mediator, I will put a referral link in the description box. If you'd like to pick up the springs, I will put a link to that in the description box. If you just need more grease for your blasters or want to purchase anything on Amazon, using those links in the description box helps me out an awful lot. The referral links are real and YouTube just keeps getting worse. So thank you guys very much for watching. As always, much love. Nerf on. Drac out.
Roll it up, we gon' burn it down.